Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. It's such a pleasure for me to be creating another Divine Feminine energy checking. Thank you for joining me each week. This is our weekly installment. I'm just trying to tap into the 5D higher realm energies or the spiritual energies at the moment that are affecting the Divine Feminine essence. For those of you that have asked me previously in my other videos what Divine Feminine energy is, this is pure Shakti energy. This is the energy of nurturance, unconditional love, forgiveness, acceptance, attraction. It is the energy of creation. It can exist both in men and in women. In women, to a certain extent, in a more natural form due to their biology and creator's role as potential mothers. And in men, it exists as the anima, what Carl Jung described as the inner feminine archetype, the inner nurturing energy that exists in all men and can sometimes be very demonstratively expressed when they become fathers or when they are mentors or they do something for their communities. So let's find out right now what the Divine Feminine energy is up to, what forces are influencing her at the moment. We have here the Eight of Swords. Okay, pretty rough card to begin with. Wow, the Devil. The Eight of Wands, 8-8 energy. This is usually my number for something utterly powerful is about to manifest. Wow, the Eight of Masks, which is the equivalent of the Eight of Wands in the Favole Tarot. Wow, what a powerful synchronicity next to a major arcana card. Detach from the situation. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowing that peace is everywhere within me and in this situation. Express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. Interesting, I was talking about the creator energy and it showed up here. New beginning. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. Wow, this is so powerful. Okay, let's see. Charon, the ferryman. Necessity, focus, and transition. Oh. Yeah, I could feel the fire. Uriel, the angel of flame. You, full stop, the Muse, number 3, which is the higher vibration number of communication. And finally, Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Whoa, deep awakening energies for our Divine Feminine. So there's a feeling here that a sense of passion, a lust for life is returning in our Divine Feminine's world. If she was shackled by the circumstances in her life, I have a feeling that she's still kind of wrapped up in whatever is binding her, and I think mostly on a mental level, on an unconscious level, but she's transitioning out of this energy, so she's able to understand past unconscious patterns which might stem from childhood situations, and she's able to see them very clearly now and able to take proactive movement forward towards separating herself from the chains that previously were binding her, potentially to some sort of negative connections in her life, such as to her parents, to a previous lover, potentially to some sort of romantic and sexual encounters that were short-lasting, brief, episodic, and they were taking away from her sense of worth. I am getting a sense that things are being placed back into order, and our Divine Feminine energy is feeling this such on such a deep level. I'm getting a sense that she's putting her body into it. I am so drawn to how Charon is ruling over here on the realm of water, and then we have here fire. We also have here the realm of earth and the realm of fire again. A lot of feisty, passionate energies coming in as a doorway is opening, and some things are being left behind in the dark. Things that are no longer serving her, things that are impeding her progress. I'm getting a sense almost like she's extracting herself in a very painful way from something that has just run its course. I have a feeling our divine feminine, or the divine feminine energy within us all, is pushing us all to take active, nurturing steps forward. I think that for a lot of them, something happened. They assisted with something. They took part in an event that made them feel, you know what? Enough is enough. I need to commit to whatever it is, my path, to my career, to my connection with a lover, to my desire to become a mother, to my desire to become somebody important in this world. I need to commit to that project 120%, and I need to do it now, and I need to stop messing about, pussyfooting, right? For lack of a better word. There is both the creator and the muse energy within her, and she's being divinely guided at the moment. She's following her inner knowing. It's like I'm getting the sense that she could find herself on slippery waters at the moment, or there is an environment around her where there's a lot of water, there is a lot of sensitivity, there is a lot of depression, collective mental health issues that are rising up to the surface. But inside of herself, she is somehow maintaining her rock determination, and she might have been through a period where it was very close for her to blend into the environment, while she was also feeling like, I'm slipping, my mental health is also being affected, I'm blending with this sad, desolate, depressive environment. But no, I have a feeling that she is just about to cut these cords, because we do have here two cards that represent acceleration, the Eight of Wands twice. This shows fantastic movement forward. We also have 888, the infinity loop that resides on the top of the head of the magician, and the strength card in the major arcana tarot. We don't have them represented here, but I am getting a sense that with Express Your Creativity and New Beginnings, this is the kind of major arcana energy that is counteracting the devil's energy. I do feel that our divine feminines were struggling in this period with, wanting to not fall into the darkness. A lot of our divine feminines express their energy through witchcraft, through serving the occult, through creating spells, through trying to heal other people through herbs and potions, potentially by reading astrological charts, by doing Reiki energy cleanses. And I have a feeling a lot of them have been picking up on this negativity. I myself have received a lot of communication from the collective and my crew members asking me about protection rituals, because I think that this devil-like energy, this need for self-undoing, self-sabotage, for giving in to our lower urges, for throwing our light away, for basking into depression, hopelessness, a feeling of what's it all worth it, should we continue on? And yes, of course we should continue on with a renewed commitment to break through the darkness and to open this doorway and express our gifts. Detaching from the situation means detaching from the current material things that you see around you and you think you should have. Remember, my loves, that Pluto is in Capricorn, the sign of the devil. Pluto is the ruler of the underworld. Charon is one of the asteroids of Pluto. And it is showing us the transmission between Capricornian, Saturnian, very materialistic, pragmatic energy, and this transition to Pluto, the realm of spirit, because the higher vibration of Pluto and of Scorpio energy, Pluto being the one that rules Scorpio, is spirituality, deep connection to the soul, being incredibly soulful, feeling your way through life to such a deep extent and with so much faith that you don't need to rely that much on planning, on reason, on the material trappings of life. So I feel that our divine feminine is liberating themselves from the desires created by their mind, the pragmatic desires. I want a house, I want a good job, I want a baby, and I want to look good, and I want to have money, which might have been desires that were created within them in order to please, to fit in, to validate their sense of self-worth. But now they're understanding that, wait a minute, something much more beautiful is happening on a spiritual level in my life. Don't fall prey to depression. Don't fall prey to a lack mentality. This is so beautiful, and I'm so happy to see the cards reflecting here some things that have been in my own psyche during this very difficult Mercury retrograde period. The Muse is rising. I feel that this is the quintessential message of this gorgeous reading, detaching from what our eyes can see and what our mind thinks we should be having by now, and getting into what is, accepting things for what they are, and accepting that, hey, there is some beautiful energy flowing in a different area of your life. You are feeling more inspired, you are feeling more creative, you are feeling like you want to see the path of your freedom, expand yourself, heal yourself after the pandemic situation that has really struck a blow to our collective sense of light and self-worth and optimism. So the divine feminine is regenerating, and she's transforming herself into this both creator and muse. It's kind of like she's both the actress and the director of the film in which she's starring at the moment, because she is closer than ever to establishing such a deep and unbreakable commitment with the divine. But she has one final step of purging to do as she's transitioning from the dark into the light. Archangel Uriel is there by her side, alongside with Archangel Michael, helping to split and cut toxic cords, all sorts of like debris and negative tendrils, all sorts of gunk that has been collected around her aura. And Lady Portia is here to reestablish order. She doesn't need, so our divine feminine does not need to create order herself. She doesn't need to plan and scheme and find pragmatics at the moment. She needs to allow spirit to do that for her as she's following the path of her creativity. I'm getting a sense that our divine feminines are making all sorts of internal resolutions at the moment as the moon is still growing, preparing to reach its fullness in Capricorn in a couple of days. She's making divine resolutions within herself, aiming to connect more deeply with her heart, with her soul, with her deeper purpose in this lifetime, deeper than just looking good and earning money or having babies by a certain kind of age, because this is what people or your kin or your clan is asking of you. She understands that there's something magical, something beautiful happening here, brewing in the background, and she's decided to follow this. And although she might be feeling a little bit like she has not achieved as much as she wanted to achieve by this moment in time, very soon it will be revealed how this was just a fear that needed to rise up to the surface of her psyche, her unconscious. We see the two moons here, so that this can be purged, so that she is able to confront this fear and realize, this is just a materialistic desire that has been longing in my spirit for a very long time, and it's been affecting it in very negative ways. And now I see it for what it is, and I release it. So she's putting the devil behind her. She's cutting contact. She's breaking the chains that have previously bound her. It's such a beautiful story of empowering, awakening, and bringing so much more fire in her life. Relight My Fire is what is playing in my mind at the moment. And also the song by the Bangles, Eternal Flame. She's realizing that she carries that eternal flame that usually would be brought about in spring with Saint Bridget. But I have a feeling that at the moment, with the celebration of the summer solstice and midsummer, the point where there is so much light in the northern hemisphere, our divine feminines are awakening, and they are gathering as much light as possible to defeat this final point of darkness. They are preparing for autumn, they are preparing for winter. They will not be broken down and defeated. They will help the collective heal, resolve their wounds, and place itself back together as a bright, big, beautiful whole in which we are all wonderfully collected through the energy of love. That is what I had for you, my loves, for this week. Make sure to check back in next week as well. I'm sending you so much light. Bye bye.